Hello. Today we'll be talking about exact and inexact numbers. So basically, an exact number is something that is a value that a value with no certain a value with no uncertainty in it. So value with no uncertainty to it. An inexact number is a number that has a value with a degree of uncertainty to it. So let's write that real quick. An exact number is a number that has value but a degree of uncertainty to it. Okay, so another thing to remember is that in scientific work, there are basically two there are numbers that are grouped together in two categories: exact number and inexact number. Inexact numbers are impossible to make an exact measurement. So let's say for instance that an inexact number has let's say you're measuring a pencil, for example. When you're measuring this pencil, let's say you're using a ruler and the measurement comes out to be 7.52 or something. Let's when you're looking at this ruler and you're measuring this pencil, there's going to be a value of uncertainty to it because your eye is flawed to see only what you can see, what you perceive to see, and so there's going to be a percent or a degree of error to that measurement. So, for example, now let's say I'm going to give you some examples. The first example will be a classroom contains 23 chairs. Okay, so a classroom that contains 23 chairs. Would you say that's exact is an exact number or inexact number? I would beg to say that's actually an exact number because it contains 23 chairs. You can't get 23.2 or 23.5 chairs in a room. That's not really possible. Okay, next question. So this one was exact. Question 2, we have a child is 8 years old. Is 8 years old. Okay, so a child is 8 years old. Would you say that's an exact number or inexact number? If you said exact, you're wrong. The answer is actually inexact, and I'll tell you why. When you're dealing with inexact numbers, um, it's you see. I mean, you're looking at a child that's 8 years old. You're obviously thinking it's a whole number, so it doesn't make any sense. How is it an inexact number? Well, it's an inexact number because it's it's flawed. See, a child can be 8 years old, but you're forgetting to add the um the number of months that he's in with 8 years old. He could be 8 years old in 2 months, 3 months. He could also be 8 months, 25 days. And forget to add the hours, minutes, and all that stuff. But even then, there's still a degree of uncertainty to it because it's always fluctuating. It's always changing. That makes any sense. So it would be inexact. Question 3. The temperature at the beach is 93 degrees Fahrenheit. So beach, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. So would you say this is an exact number or an exact number? um, if you said inexact, you're correct because temperature at the beach is fluctuating. Also, there's no like it may be 93 at the time, but there could be more precision to that. You see, it's a whole number again still, but don't let that trick you. It could also be 93.1 or 93 point something, I don't know. But it's always fluctuating. It's not always going to be 93 on the dot. It's going to be always fluctuating. All right, so this is inexact. Oops. Inexact. Okay. Question 4. Now we're going to talk about. Okay, so there's 60 seconds in a minute. So what do you think that is? 60 seconds in a minute. If you said exact number, you're totally correct. Because that's a proven fact. There are 60 seconds in a minute. There's not 60.2, 63 point, or 60.5 or 60 point something. It's 60 seconds exact in a minute. And so that's like a proven fact. Okay, that one was easy. Number 5. Now we got a car is traveling 73 miles per hour. So car 73 miles per hour. What do you think that is? Exact or inexact number? That's an inexact number because even though the car may be looking like it's driving 73 miles per hour, the miles per hour could be fluctuating. You're not always going to be constantly going at uh, 73 miles per hour. And your eyes are also like there's only you're looking at the miles per hour that you're actually traveling at, but it could be fluctuating, and your eyes are only seeing what they allow you to see. Like I said about the pencil and the ruler, there's a certain degree of certainty and uncertainty you can see when you're measuring something. It's the same thing with the car, but at the same time, it could also be changing and fluctuating. The speed could be fluctuating at the same time. Number 6. This is the last example. Uh, a newspaper has 200 words inside the newspaper. So a newspaper. Can you change this? Has 200 words. So what did you say? Oops, forgot to write. That's inexact. So a newspaper has 200 words. Would you say that's inexact or an exact number? If you said exact, you're correct. Oh, oopsie. Exact. There we go. And the reason why newspaper has 200 words is an exact number because it's not only a whole number, though don't rely on that, but because I mean you can't have 200.2 words in a newspaper. There's no way you can have 200. There's no way you can have a decimal in the amount of words in a newspaper. It's not possible. So let's just sum it up. An exact number is impossible to. It's impossible to make It's impossible to make an exact measurement when dealing with when measuring something. So when you're measuring something, there's always going to be a certainty of uncertainty to it. That makes any sense. So anything that can be more precise or anything that holds a factual or decimal value with it is most possibly going to be an exact number, or it could also be anything that can be too precise or or it can also be impossible to make an exact measurement. So if that sums it up. Exact numbers are easy. It's the inexact number that's kind of tricky. All right, and that's it. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment section. I'll be happily ready to answer any questions you have. And thank you for watching this video.